deadly heat wave sweeping across Western Europe.
Temperature soared to around 100 Fahrenheit in Prague.
So what do you get when you combine peak tourist season, the longest days of the year, and record-setting heat? Let's go see what the center of Prague looks like. So it's about 5 o'clock now, a little bit before, and it seems like some people are starting to come out. I went out a little earlier this afternoon, and the streets were just totally empty. It kind of felt like siesta time in Spain, and it makes you wonder, like, how much of culture is actually influenced by weather. We're heading to the old town of Prague, where I suspect there should be some tourists out, hopefully less than normal. We're down in a metro station now. There's a lot of this underground infrastructure here in Prague, which is nice on a hot day because it is a little bit cooler. Check out these ACs. Air conditioning is super rare in Prague, and these portable ACs are really the only solution, but as you can see, they vent out this hot air into the open, and it's just really super inefficient and really is just making this area a lot hotter right now. Here we are right in the center of Wenceslav Square, and there are certainly people, but definitely not the crowds you would expect for a Sunday afternoon in peak tourist season. At street level, there's also relief from the heat in one of Prague's many passages. Is that plural? Passages? This is one of my favorite things about this city. You can really get lost in these, very backrooms-esque. And right up here, Kino Lucerna, or Lucerna Cinema, is actually where we saw the film Backrooms. Another awesome thing about Prague, tons of really cool, really historic indie cinemas. So we're cutting through a garden that is just off of Wenceslav Square. I thought this would offer some reprieve from the heat. It'd be a little bit better than walking on the cobblestone, but I'm not so sure. It is insanely hot. One of the only ways to get relief. That water actually smelled like absolute shit, and I'm wondering if it's like sewage water that's going through the misters. This little side street is also usually way busier than this, and I'm also noticing that a lot of these shops and restaurants look to be completely closed. This is like peak business time for them, so I've actually seen in our neighborhood a lot of shops and restaurants closed because of the heat, and I guess that's what's going on here too. Approaching Old Town Square, already way less people on these side streets, like almost empty. In Old Town Square now, and we finally found relief from the heat. "5:30, Old Town Square." Yeah, it's as horrible as I imagined it would be. Definitely time for a drink. So this is hands down the busiest part of Old Town in Prague. Thousands of people gather here to check out the astronomical clock, which does ring in 25 minutes, so I imagine that more people will show up toward the top of the hour. But again, I haven't seen it this empty since COVID. Yep, massive shame. That's what I was worried about. It opens at 6, which is something I've seen from several different businesses. I guess the idea is that it's going to cool off a bit this evening. Such a bad idea. This was a horrendous idea. This is the Royal Way in Prague, the path from Old Town Square to Charles Bridge. And during normal peak season, this is like shoulder to shoulder the entire way. And as you can see, that is definitely not the case right now. The infamous Charles Bridge, undeniably beautiful, but often way overcrowded. But I think we found a solution to over-tourism here in Prague. Just make it 40 degrees, crank up those heaters, and this is actually not bad, but it stinks horribly. We survived Charles Bridge. Like I said, I haven't seen it that empty since COVID, which is kind of nice, but at the same time, in this heat, it's just really not enjoyable. This city has an insanely bad smell right now. The sewage is just radiating throughout it. The trash smells terrible, and it's really unrecognizable. It doesn't feel like the Prague I know. Hoping that this cafe actually opens at 6 because I desperately need a cold drink. So finally got a drink, but it's not exactly cold. I think even the refrigerators are struggling at this point, but what can you do? At least a little bit of shade in this courtyard right off Old Town Square. It did just open, but again, it's normally packed with people and there's no one here. Very strange day in Prague. I really hope it cools off soon.